Now, there's been a big rise in personal injury cases against supermarkets. Claims for slips, falls and burns have climbed 300% in the last few years, with many receiving big settlement payouts without going to court. So are they genuine cases? Here's Brian Seymour.
Kind of just all happened in a bit of a blur.
I'm not a quitter. If I was a quitter, I wouldn't be here today.
You're not looking at your feet when you're trying to decide whether you want to buy the Vegemite or the peanut butter.
Slip and sue. Join the thousands claiming a total of $100 million compensation from our supermarket giants.
How painful was this injury?
Very painful. Yeah, to the point where I couldn't lift my arm up.
Violet Elhage was doing some last-minute shopping at her local Coles supermarket when her legs suddenly went flying out from under her, leaving her with a damaged wrist and shoulder.
When I looked down, it looked like a chocolate substance. I don't know whether it was milk or a milkshake or ice cream or whatever it was.
Violet has 3 teenage children and took her case to a lawyer. Even though there was no CCTV footage of her fall, Violet was confident enough to take on Coles.
We settled out of court for roughly around $30,000.
How much of that did you get?
I got, I think, just over 15.
And the lawyer got the rest?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I think it was okay.
Here are the most common causes of injury. Grains of rice commonly spilt into the aisle, causing shoppers to come a cropper, along with common spillage items including sugar and chips.
All because of a chip. A greasy mark on the floor.
In March, the High Court ruled in favour of Catherine Strong. Catherine had slipped on a greasy chip mark outside the Big W store at Taree in New South Wales. Catherine won, then lost on appeal, then took her fight to the High Court. The grandmother, who survived cancer and the loss of half of her right leg, triumphed over the retail giant, winning $580,000 in compensation. The decision, say lawyers, will see more customers seeking compensation.
They should be responsible for the accidents that happen, that are legitimate.
Supermarkets, by their very nature, divert with their advertisements people's attention away from the floor.
Personal injury lawyer Courtenay Poulden has nearly 20 cases against supermarkets on his books. All, he insists, are genuine.
You can't expect a supermarket, and the law doesn't expect them to follow customers around and anticipate spillage. But if something's on that floor and it's on the floor for 20 minutes or so and nothing's done about it and someone falls, well, it's quite reasonable for that person to say, well, look, hang on, you didn't act reasonably and you didn't take proper care for me.
Hannah Wegner broke her back in 2 places after slipping on ice cream at a Woolworths. She settled out of court and has not worked since.
I could have been in a wheelchair for the rest of my life.
As for the reason why so many of us are falling and suffering injury in supermarkets, Violet has her own theory: cost cutting.
I think they're trying to save themselves some money by having less staff there.